Hi everyone, it's Mary Carbundance. Welcome to my 365 days from eating disorder to recovery. This is what I ate a year ago. You can see banana in there and it's like flax seeds, ground flax seeds and raisins and cocoa powder. I think that's cocoa powder, maybe a little bit of carrot powder as well. It looks like real coffee, but I think it's decaf. But so the thing is, I was kind of challenging cacao powder and coffee because I used to be so sensitive, and you guys know I'm not anymore. There's also some kind of mixture of yogurt there and also fruit. Look at this oatmeal. I will have to talk about this today. Like this, it does not deserve to be called oatmeal. Why? Because actually it was not yogurt, but it's actually peanut butter and then diluted with water, and then so it becomes a peanut sauce. So what's the problem with that? The problem with that is that I was too scared to just put peanut butter on there, just like because that has much more calories then, right? And so the fact that I was actually afraid to put the peanut butter on there because it would be more, it was already tells a lot. This was the next meal I did. It's basically the same, just with different fruits. Look at these colors, they're really nice, but again, so diluted in volume. Like the reason why I think this does not deserve to be called an oatmeal is because it is rather water chocolate pudding than oats, and the water to oat ratio was just disordered. You can fluff and puff up your oats to the max, and then they look like this. And the fact you're going to see now, there's going to be tons of photos of this same of this same meal of the oats. That just shows I got kind of a satisfaction of just looking at this meal, right? I mean, you see the top, it looks so satisfying, so like chocolate pudding-y. And I mean, that's a problem. If you find it satisfying to take photos of your food and kind of making yourself feel like you eat a lot and you're eating such delicious things and you're not depriving yourself and you're just eating so abundant, it's like, this is mental hunger already. I even had it before I even started to eat. And you see here, it's not really dense. It's pretty watery, and it had to kind of cool down for an hour in order for it to be ready. And it's just like this kind of ritual around even making oatmeal, which, I just want you guys to see. Just because it looks healthy does not mean it was healthy at all. What you think about all day is what you end up manifesting. And yes, like if you think about food all day, that's what your life is about. That's what your life centers about. You can see here a comment of Bonnie Rebecca. She liked to have croissants and parmesan and chicken sandwiches back in her life. And the reason I looked at this and screenshotted that was because I felt like I craved that. Yes, you can say I was not eating enough calories. That was a huge part of the problem, but also just the fear of these foods, just this orthorexic mindset in general, and this huge fear about anything that was not plant-based or vegan and whole food. That just crippled me over those 20 years, and especially over my vegan phase of eating. And so this was just something I really had to challenge by not being vegan and not being whole food. And even though those meals look so healthy, and I will get to that at the end of the video, do not skip to this part, but it's really, really helpful here to see also what I eat now. But I will get to that in terms of a comment that I got. So we had this really amazing salad there that we prepared, and it's not like I don't have any different option, but I was not craving that salad at that moment, but I wanted tortilla chips, so that's what I had. It's not like I used to be like, well, but I have an healthy option, so I should choose that healthy option and, you know, eat something healthy instead of something unhealthy. It's not what I do anymore. So it's not, you know, everything is neutral. It's not like I need to replace something unhealthy with something healthy. Yeah, this is what I ate 1 week ago. Today, you know, it's just to kind of show something like this is a mental progress for me. Also, on that day we went for pizza. Half of it is not vegan. It's actually with mozzarella and also some meat. This is what I ate, and the other half was vegan. David's half, and that's something I still have to do in order to fully recover. I hope I can be 100% vegan again for only ethical reasons and not for, but in order to really fully recover and not have any fears anymore around weight gain and any foods, I have to do this. And also calories and stuff. Like, I will only be able to go back to being vegan, if at all, when I have completely lost that fear of weight gain and rewired that fear. Okay, so I got this comment from Lemsip Max. I already, like, if you're watching this, or anyone who is watching this, I already actually answered on many comments of him or her. I don't know what it is, but the thing is, they don't seem to want to understand where I'm coming from. And also I saw that Barbette, like one of you followers, was actually already commenting on it. I don't see it here now because it's not in my screenshot, but I might include the screenshot with her comments and responses to his arguments later, so you guys see it. So the thing is, it's just, she's very spot on. Barbette is very spot on in her response, saying like he doesn't really seem to have a clue about what he's saying here because of my history. And I mean, I explained it several times. So I think this person kind of just doesn't want to know and kind of just ignores why I'm doing what I'm doing and why I have to do what I'm doing. But anyways, I just wanted to lose a few thoughts on what this person is saying. So they're saying, let's start below because it's older. Why do you think eating dead animals is recovery? Okay, so straight away, I am not saying that and I'm not thinking that. Like, we are talking about eating disorder recovery. And eating disorder recovery is not restricting yourself and getting rid of all of the fears you have around food and around weight gain and around calories and around any kind of macros and whatnot, and processed, the food being processed or not, a whole or not. And so, you know, it's not like I woke up someday and said, well, no, eating dead animals is recovery. It's like, no, it's just like part of the whole principle around recovering. And I ran away from it for my whole vegan years, like for the whole 8 years that I was just abusing my ethical standpoint in order to just not allow myself like to heal, basically to recover. But I wasn't aware of that at that time. So they're saying you're doing the complete opposite. Well, who are you to know what I'm doing or not? Like, I feel the effects. Like, I have been doing these for a long time now, and I am so much healthier than I used to be. What you see now in my 1 year ago videos. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a whole different person, and like everyone around me, be they very close or kind of close, they feel it and they see it, and most of the time also feedback that to me. And it's like very kind of ridiculous that you are claiming that I'm doing the opposite of recovery. Yeah, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. I already responded in a very, very thorough comment. I gave you like 4 videos, like links to videos where I am going into detail in terms of that topic. The fat you eat is not the fat you wear. If it were, I'd be obese, like literally. It is not. Just because it is more prone to being stored as fat does not mean it is entirely like forever being stored as fat. It's the body is constantly using fat stores and kind of storing something and then using it again. It's like, that's the nature of metabolism. It's not, it's like, if that were true, I would have to have gained forever and like huge amounts, because I have been eating quite a lot of fat in my recovery, as I should be, and I feel much healthier than before. And also, it's just what you say, it's just not true. It's just far too simplistic, and it's kind of like just like parroting what plant-based doctors are saying, and I used to parrot that as well. And I had to come to find and had to admit that that is just not correct to just say that in that absolutistic way. Okay, you say on the outside and inside. So it's just not that black and white. Just not. Just like it is not on the outside, it is also not on the inside. I mean, just like there are the science, like the studies about that this and that increases heart disease. It's just like there's so many factors going into it. There's also just the studies that show that this is not like, if you eat animal fat, it's not, you cannot causally say that this is what caused it. It's not like the whole cholesterol thing originating from Ansel Keys, and then like the whole phobia of fat in general and the whole craze of going as low fat as possible and stuff. It's just not what it is claimed to be. And a whole, there's some truth around it, but that's the case for almost everything in the world, right? Like, you can always pull something out of something, but it's not like that black and white. That's all I can say about it. And okay, so now the next one. You used to be so healthy. That is ridiculous in and of itself already. Like, you cannot tell by the appearance, especially the physical appearance of someone, if they're healthy or not. You just can't. You can't. And health is not only physical. It is just as much mental and also spiritual health. And I can say that I might have looked fine from the outside. I was disastrous on the inside, like mentally. My life was basically not existent in terms of a social life. And if I had, yes, I did have a social life, but kind of sparingly. And, when I was hanging out with friends, I was very much scared around everything that had to do with food, because I had to do my own program and I only could eat these and that kind of foods. And, I was a wreck mentally in terms of how relaxed I could be in my life. And now I am just this joyful, vibrant, back to life coming person that many people don't recognize. Like, I have changed in such a way, and in the most positive way only. And so also everything that has to do with the heart, like what really is dear to my heart, like being generous, all of this, I had no capacities for that. And you saying I used to be so healthy is just plain wrong. Like, you cannot tell this from the outside. It might have looked to you just as you think, but it was not how it seemed. And of course my life was not all miserable, but I did have a problem, and that was a restrictive eating disorder, and it really dulled my life in a lot of ways. That's what I want to say. I'm not complaining, but I just want to say it's very deceiving, obviously. The way I looked did not say anything about my whole holistic health. You say, I love seeing how you used to eat. Well, that might say a lot about you, or a lot more about you than about me. You being very much in love about what I ate 1 year ago might also be a sign for you to know that you, like, why are you even watching my videos also if you think that I'm on such a wrong way? Like, might there be something in you that is kind of actually grasping that I'm on about something that is right, but, you know, just like being aggressive about, oh no, this can't be the way, like this is so unhealthy. That's at least how my eating disorder went about videos from other people who were not eating vegan anymore, or, you know, ate unhealthy things, and I was just like judging that so hard, like my eating disorder judged that so hard in my head, and I was like, oh, but studies though, and the fat you eat is the fat you wear though, and unhealthy though, and it's like, maybe it should make you think, like, yeah. Now you eat dead animals and hormone milk. Stressed lately? Probably lol. Probably not. Like, I am the most relaxed that I have ever been, I can honestly say, in all areas, and not only in food, but that, you know, influenced a lot of and impacted a lot of other areas in my life for me to be relaxed about things in general. And so I am not stressed lately. The reason I eat these things is not because I'm stressed, but because I am relaxed, and because I force myself to face my fears and start to rewire the shit in my brain that went wrong, and that is based on fears, and I'm slowly losing all of these fears. And it's not to say I can never be vegan again, because, as I said in my videos 100 billion times already, at heart I'm still a vegan. It hurt me to actually have to introduce animal products again for my mental health. I talk about it openly. It's just, you know, I have been suffering from an eating disorder for 20 years in my life, and it is ethical for me to prioritize my survival in terms of mental health. And there is nothing ethical about suppressing my ability to live happily on this planet and healthily on this planet. And if that has to mean I will at least temporarily have to eat the way I eat now, then that's what it means. And if that has to mean that it's not even only temporarily, then that's also what it has to mean. But future will tell. And for now, I just know that what I'm doing now is completely the 100% healthiest thing that I could possibly do for my health, both physically and mentally, believe it or not. And I used to cringe at the videos that told things like this from other people. But yeah, I mean, I hope, if anything, I hope this video could tell you that you cannot judge from the outside if someone is healthy or not. And I don't do these videos just for the fun of it and just to show, oh, I can do something else, and ooh, no, I have still the very same values. And if you ask David how I felt about, or how I still feel about having to do what I do now, like just purely ethically, he will tell you like how hard it is for me also. It's not like, oh, I just don't care, you know, I just don't care, I will just eat whatever the fuck I want. It's not like that at all. But I just know in my heart, like, I am the best I have genuinely ever been in my life, and so that says it all, basically. Yeah, so I hope this video helped to kind of understand more why I'm doing what I'm doing, and why I'm not doing anymore what I did do 1 year ago. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up if it helped you, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.